Have you ever truly wondered if volatile stock market performance, often considered purely rational, is secretly influenced by something completely unseen like the Earth's electromagnetic frequencies? The Schumann Resonance phenomenon involves extremely low frequency, ELF, electromagnetic waves constantly enveloping our planet, essentially acting as a natural pacemaker that consistently resonates with the delicate human brain. Research in neurofinance and behavioral economics now links surprising correlations between fluctuations in geomagnetic activity occurring in outer space and the collective mood of global investors. Ignoring this powerful environmental vibration represents a huge financial risk, as it unconsciously affects investment risk-taking and daily trading decisions on the stock exchange. The key to successful investment may not only lie in fundamental data analysis, but in your disciplined ability to mitigate the damaging impact of these invisible energy waves that sway your emotions wildly. What specific type of emotional bias is triggered by high geomagnetic activity that severely compromises long-term investment decisions? I will be dissecting this particularly dangerous emotional bias in the middle section of this video. I personally experienced significant financial losses in the stock market during days when I felt unusually anxious for no clear reason, leading to impulsive decisions that severely damaged my entire investment portfolio. I used to incorrectly blame these failures on a lack of disciplined strategy, when the underlying problem was potentially mood misattribution, mistaking environmental mood for negative market prospects. I soon realized that my biggest struggle was never truly fighting market volatility, but actively resisting the emotional instability introduced by unconscious environmental factors. Perhaps you also recognize this persistent dilemma, knowing that technical data is favorable, but irrational financial anxiety compels you to prematurely sell fundamentally sound stocks. Studying the influence of external energy fields completely changed my viewpoint, clearly teaching me that proactive self-care is an absolutely essential risk management strategy for investors. We will explore exactly how scientific studies connect high geomagnetic disturbances with increased risk aversion among professional investors globally. The surprising relationship between Schumann resonance and stock market outcomes is scientifically examined through the impact of extreme geomagnetic activity, GMA, which are disturbances in the Earth's magnetic field caused by solar storms. Research finds that unusually high levels of GMA have a statistically significant negative impact on stock market returns, notably across major international indices. This measurable impact is not random. Geomagnetic storms are proven to affect the human autonomic nervous system, triggering measurable increases in stress hormones, anxiety, and even subtle, unnoticed symptoms of minor depression. This consistent correlation demonstrates that the external environmental vibration of the Earth directly influences the collective emotional state of traders and investment managers. Ignoring this pervasive energy field is exactly like investing with closed eyes regarding crucial, non-financial mood factors. The conflict present in the market is that geomagnetic disturbances consistently drive irrational investor behavior, which fundamentally violates the core assumptions of traditional asset pricing theory. When collective investor mood declines due to high GMA, they tend to misattribute this negative internal feeling to poor economic prospects, although the underlying factor is purely environmental. This pervasive mood misattribution consistently translates into an increased psychological demand for less risky assets, riskless assets, causing the price of volatile assets, stocks, to rise slower or even sharply decline unexpectedly. Research confirms that investment managers are even measurably more likely to delay the disclosure of negative company news during periods of exceptionally high geomagnetic activity. High geomagnetic activity acts as an entropic signal that substantially increases uncertainty and fear in the marketplace that should theoretically remain purely logical. The specific emotional bias triggered by high geomagnetic activity that severely damages investment success is fear and destructive loss aversion. This powerful fear causes professional investors to make overly pessimistic and excessively conservative decisions, consistently forfeiting massive potential gains over the crucial long term. The effective solution for overcoming this unwanted environmental influence is rigorous self-awareness combined with a mandatory emotional check-in ritual before every major financial transaction. This deliberate ritual involves consciously separating your current internal mood from the objective market data, ensuring your financial judgment remains completely neutral and unbiased. You must proactively ask yourself, is this bad feeling based on the financial statements or on unrelated physiological unrest that I am currently experiencing? Mastering this specific emotional check-in process is the most advanced form of risk management available to a serious, disciplined investor. The most powerful ritual for successfully neutralizing external vibration is achieving heart-brain coherence, which is accurately measured through heart rate variability, HRV, biofeedback technology. This specific coherence is a measurable physiological state where your autonomic nervous system is calm and perfectly balanced, directly relaxing the amygdala and prefrontal cortex. Research shows that heart-focused breathing exercises can significantly increase HRV, which scientifically enhances patience and the essential ability to make rational, high-quality decisions. Performing a quick 3-5-minute reset before the market opens successfully ensures your internal vibration is stable, preventing you from being swayed by the collective market fear. Heart-brain coherence is your ultimate biological filter against detrimental external emotional noise during volatile trading hours. While Schumann Resonance itself is challenging to directly correlate with prices, relevant quantum finance and time-frequency analysis research shows that markets possess inherent internal oscillation and resonance frequencies. Researchers utilize tools like wavelet coherence to dissect relationships between different asset classes across various timescales, proving that correlations reliably strengthen during periods of high market volatility. These advanced models view the market as a single oscillating system vulnerable to different forms of external and internal resonance interactions. This body of evidence validates the profound idea that market volatility is partially a frequency phenomenon driven by systemic psychological effects. By meticulously understanding these internal frequency patterns, investors can successfully distinguish stable long-term signals from chaotic short-term panic noise. A highly practical strategy for adopting this worldview is implementing an anti-geomagnetic strategy, which involves the conscious decision to avoid making major investment decisions during periods marked by high environmental or emotional instability. Investors can monitor external mood indicators, though not direct GMA, such as unexplained volatility or a sudden increase in negative news sentiment to anticipate collective market panic behavior. Having strict autopilot rules, for example prohibiting selling within 24 hours after a sharp, unexpected drop, will successfully protect you from impulsive decisions driven by a deeply distorted mood. The guiding principle remains: when the market vibration feels emotionally chaotic, it is the absolute best time to remain still and avoid significant action. Mastering strategic inertia is undeniably the most profitable form of self-defense. Imagine external Earth vibrations as a severe magnetic storm. The stock market is a highly sensitive compass, and the investor's mood is the erratic needle spinning wildly and unstably. During geomagnetic storms, the compass needle, mood, points incorrectly, anxiety, causing investors to make irrational decisions based on severely corrupted data signals. Heart-brain coherence is your sophisticated method for stabilizing your internal compass needle, allowing your mind to process facts clearly, not succumbing to infectious hysteria. You must clearly know when to shut down your internal emotional navigation system and switch to pre-planned, objective, long-term investment strategies. Mastering your internal vibration is the crucial prerequisite for becoming an anchor of tranquility amidst the inevitable market storms. In conclusion, the Schumann resonance and geomagnetic activity powerfully remind us that the collective investor mood is a measurable variable influencing market returns significantly. The conflict between rationality and financial loss is overcome by utilizing the emotional check-in ritual and achieving scientifically supported heart-brain coherence, which effectively calms the amygdala. The real solution lies in successfully separating your subjective mood signals from the objective market facts to fully mitigate the pervasive fear bias. Evidence clearly shows that negative vibrations lead to predictable losses, making internal emotional calm the most fundamentally profitable financial strategy. You must immediately stop viewing your mood as trivial and start treating it as a critical, measurable risk factor. Now is the precise time to take absolute control over your personal decision-making vibration, especially before any major financial transaction is executed. Challenge yourself to consistently implement the heart-brain coherence technique, focused breathing, for 3 minutes before examining your portfolio, observing how it affects your ability to resist sudden impulsive behavior. Remember this profound truth. Your best market performance occurs on the days when your internal vibration is calm and completely clear, which is the single true secret of patient, successful investors. Use this advanced neuroscience to successfully transform your reactive panic into measured, confident actions driven by internal stability. Challenge yourself to proactively monitor your mood, for example, by logging your morning mood, and strictly postpone all major financial transactions if you feel anxious, implementing a critical safety protocol. If this powerful Schumann Resonance guide has opened your eyes to the fundamental forces behind the market, please show your deep commitment by immediately hitting the like button right now. Subscribe and widely share this essential video so that more investors fully understand that the final secret to lasting excellence is mastering their own emotional vibration under extreme environmental pressure.